Right, here I am at the main farm. Oh, it's California, look at them. Not a clover though, lots of clover, beautiful grass. And somewhere in this paddock, there are 4 sheep. 2 ewes and 2 lambs. And these were cows from last year. And they had a ram with them. Down under those trees right down the far end. And the great fun of this job is these ewes haven't been out of this paddock since about April. March, April. Oh, May maybe. May. When we put the ram, and there were some other fat sheep in this paddock with them. So these ewes have not left this paddock at that time, and the lambs have never left the paddock. And these were actually very good ewes in the day, but I decided to move them on. One of them has had eczema, so I'll find a photo of what she used to look like in the 2022 season, and she is now looking like a very, very different sheep. Now this is the cow farm. Buttercup is a massive problem on this place at present. To me, that's an indication that the pH isn't right, so we've got to look at that, but we will get there. So there's those sheep. So one of these girls was always crazy, very wild, so she was killed just because she was a nutter. I've got her 22 ewe lamb, now I've got a 23 ewe lamb. The other one that's had eczema, been a fantastic ewe, but I actually brought her across to be dog tucker and we just never got to it. And it's been a fantastic experience to see how she's recovered. And if we get a chance to pull her liver out of her, I will show you her liver. So they're a little bit wary of me because they have not been handled. They've had pretty much zero interaction with humans. These lambs have just seen me over the fence. They've come up to the fence, but very little interaction. So this is going to be a whole far lot of fun. There's the one at the back in the bushes there, and under the behind the trees. It's got this little leg. So I'll have a look at her. Hey guys, come on. And it was that punga there. I shot what I thought was 1 possum, and 2 possums fell out. It wasn't a mummy and a baby, it was 2 adult possums. It was probably a mummy and a daddy actually, and I probably wrecked their night. But it was that punga there. Those lambs not being handled was a bit of a challenge. Hey miss, let me have a look at that leg, eh?
They'll be always like that, aren't they?
Nah, you just watch me. You watch me calm them down. And what's really weird is the back one is the friendly ewe. Look at it. Condition score 4.5 to 5.
7.
7. Yeah. And this girl, yeah, I don't know. It might just be the toes. Yeah, they might just be. I didn't bring my snips. I got snips in the workshop.
Yeah. Jason snips.
No, it's definitely, yeah, it's up in there. It's game over. How did a sheep with no hazard in the paddock hurt her leg? She's got an extra year out of anyone. I got another lamb. She's actually been a really fantastic ewe, and look how well she sheds. Look how well the other one sheds. So that one had eczema. That's the one that had eczema?
They're looking good though.
You wouldn't know.
No.
I think when we do as I said, we'll just shoot her in the paddock. Don't have to round her up again, it's too much of a challenge. It was too hard. My lambs will. She's been a really good ewe. That's the one that she shed super early, and her rams actually shed super early, but being eczema, there's a bit of an issue there. But people who have got him, are fantastically happy with him. He does a great job. So right, we'll take him back to paddock. I'll just drive down on my trailer,
yeah,
and you just bring them behind. I'll do the gate and we'll put them back in.
Take the veggies with us.
So these 2 lambs are a little bit stroppy, but as you can see, What a fantastic size. Both singles. They would actually be my biggest lambs. So those are full Wiltshires. Here comes my brother walking the two ewes. I said they were culled last year, but they were with my ram. So my ram was, he was a big boy, buffalo. He was huge. I wanted a big ram, and he injured his testicles. Well, just one. So we produced some lambs, but they weren't that great. And he was across here to be culled. It was a $1,000 ram, and he, of course, got the ewes and lamb. Well, I'd say it was him because there were a couple other little ram lambs with them, but I'd say it was him, and that's the offspring. But these ewes aren't getting a second chance because there's no ram coming over. And they go back in the paddock, and I will not be rounding them up a second time. I will round them up with my rifle. It's the reality of cull ewes. And of course I will focus on those lambs. Interesting too, if you notice the white feet on the ewes, and the lambs have both got nice black feet. Hey girls, how was your first trip? You're a big sheep, aren't you? Hello. Hello there. You're a bit fluffy. You're half sisters. Oh. No, actually she's a full sister, isn't she? She's a bit fluffy too. But you are lovely. So these are full Wiltshire. Dad was a Wiltshire, Mum was a Wiltshire, making these a full Wiltshire. You can see they're a bit upset for having to be in the trailer. They've never been handled, so they're a bit worried. And I'm actually just going to flick them out into the big paddock with the other ewes. I'm not going to ear tag them, I can tell them apart. So when I'm in servicing sheep next time, I'll attempt to grab them and service them when we're in a group of sheep. And then we'll try and quieten them down and get them so that I can actually work with them, because they are crazy. Never been drenched, never been vaccinated, never been handled. This is the first time, oh no, sorry, when they were first born, a day old, I went out and I did touch them and check that they were, whether they were ewe lambs or wether lambs. And basically they had to perform to have a chance of coming into the flock. That one, so far, she passes pretty much all the tests. The other one, we'll see how that shed goes. And it's funny because the big one's out of the ewe that's more friendly, and the other one was out of the ewe that's more wild. So the back of my trailer does fold down. However, I'm just going to pop the pins and open the gate. Now people do say that Wiltshires are crazy things. When you get two like this, you can see why, because they just don't get handled. As it turns out, I actually ate Buff, their dad, today. We turned him into salamis and sausages. And he wasn't actually too bad. He's quite tasty. He was about a 3-year-old. And those two, as you can see, we just weaned them. Weaning was today for those two. See, they're not so bad now. They're had a bit of time out of the trailer. Just lost their mummy. Oh, I'm carrying the little red bucket, aren't I? It's got eggs, miss. You can see these two have already settled down a bit. One advantage of not being handled is they They don't really understand me or what I'm up to. So the shock of being in the trailer, they've calmed down. Being taken away from mum, that's a bit upsetting. But they have settled down a bit. But if I get close, they will be fiery. If you've enjoyed this video, please click the like button and subscribe and comment below. Hey, thanks for watching. Talk to you again soon.